Hi everyone, Leslie Penny here, Mindful Practitioner, and welcome to your first session of Tai Chi. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to my students at Lantern Hill. Hi everyone, hope everybody is healthy and happy. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a little stretching exercise. So if everyone could just separate your legs about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent. We're just going to rotate our hands. And just allow your shoulders to relax. We're warming up the spine. The hips stay stationary and the waist turns. I'm going to give you a back view of what the back looks like. And if you can slap your kidneys a little bit with your hand nice and gently. This activates your chi. Okay, great, good job. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to stretch our arms and neck and shoulders. Okay, so we're going to place our hands in the back, sticking our chest out, pulling our shoulders back. I'll give you a side view and then a front view. And we're just going to rotate our neck one way and then the other way. Great, good job. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up the hip area. So put your hands on your hips, legs about shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, and let's roll those hips. And you're just going to do this until you feel like you're warmed up. Great. And the other way. Okay, very good. So now I'm going to ask you if you can get a chair. That would be great. We're going to incorporate a chair in this next exercise. Making sure that your feet are firmly on the ground. And we're going to scooch up in our chair so we have some balance. Okay. And we're going to place the left leg over the right and our right hand over our left leg. And then we're going to twist and turn. So we're kind of pushing and we're twisting at the same time. And to get more of a stretch, you can breathe in a little bit and then exhale. Getting a nice stretch. Okay, that feels good. Okay, same thing on the other side now. Putting our left hand over our right, and we're going to just give that a little tug, and then just a little twist with the other hand. Pushing in opposite directions, inhaling, and then slowly exhaling. Great, awesome job. Okay, I'm going to take the left leg and place it over the right knee. Now in this exercise, we want to bring our chest forward. We don't want to lead with our shoulders. We want to lead with our chest. And we're going to come down slowly. And when we come down, we're going to exhale. So we're going to take a deep breath in, inhale, and then come down and slowly exhale. Making sure that we're sturdy in our seat. Good job. And just continue to breathe. Very good. Let's switch legs. Breathing in, coming down and exhale. Remember, try to loosen those legs. I know it kind of hurts a little bit with that stretch going on. You should feel it in your upper thighs and your buttocks. Just try to relax the body. Breathing in, and then exhale as you come down. All right, great job. So, let's take our left leg, stretch it out, and let's try to stretch the back of the thighs. Good. You should feel that a little bit in your calf muscles and your upper thigh. And we'll switch legs. Excellent, very good. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to warm up the knees, okay? Because I know everybody has a little problem with the knees every once in a while, so let's warm them up and make sure they're ready for the exercise. And what we're doing is we're just rubbing with the palms of our hands against the muscles around our kneecap. And we're just going to massage that kneecap and all the way around it, the upper calf and the upper shin area. And when you think that knee is done, we're going to switch to your other knee. Very good. Okay, let's go to the ankles. So we're going to lift our left leg out and just rotate our ankle. Again, until you feel like it's nice and warmed up, and then we'll go the other way. Okay, and then we'll switch feet. Full extension if you can. Very good, and the other way. Okay, very good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to test our balance. Now when we're testing our balance, we want to make sure that the chair is always here for us, right? Just in case we lose it. And we want to stare directly ahead, find a spot on a wall or some location that you could stare at that's stationary and eye level. We're going to lift the inside leg. Get situated. So when we test ourselves, we're going to just try to let go of the chair and see how long we can last on one leg. If you find yourself losing your balance, you can always go back to your chair. If you just want to put one finger on the chair and slowly get used to taking your hand off the chair, that's fine too. Okay. And you can test yourself there too and go as long as you like. Switch legs. Doing the same thing on this side. And try to keep the length of time that you use for both sides pretty much evenly. Okay, find that spot on the wall. You're lifting the inner leg. And test yourself. Okay, how are you guys doing? Okay, awesome, very good. Okay, so today I'm going to teach you two stances that are very commonly used in Tai Chi. One is the horse stance, and that looks something like this. My feet are about shoulder width apart and my knees are slightly bent. I'll give you a side view. Okay, so you can get an idea what that looks like. Good, okay. So, the feeling that you want to have is that your shoulders are nice and relaxed and loose, and your head feels like it's being pulled up by a string, standing up nice and tall. Okay, that is your horse stance. The second stance that we're going to work on is your front stance. And your front stance looks something like this. Your front leg is about 70% of your weight, and your back leg is about 30. And in the middle, there's about 6 to 9 inches space in between. Okay, we want to make sure that we have that length of space because we want to make sure that we have balance, right? If we're too close together, that's too narrow. It's very hard to balance the body. So we're going to look for at least 6 to 9 inches in between. Okay, and I'm going to give you a side view and show you what that looks like, right? And then a back view. Okay, very good. So now we're going to go on to the form. Okay, so the first position in the form is called parting the wild horse's mane. And what we're going to do first is we're going to start off with just doing the foot movement, and then after that I will incorporate the hands. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is put our feet together. We are going to shift our weight to the right side and step out. Very good. Now we're going to shift our weight to the left side and just bring our toes slightly in, and then shift back to the right. Great. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to place all of our weight onto our right leg. And as we step out, you'll notice that we're going to turn our foot, and this puts us into a front stance. Okay? That's the first movement. Now it's really important that when we move, we don't shift our body back and forth. This is our center, and this is called our dantian. And if we can visualize a diamond shape in the center, and if we should tilt in any way, our diamond goes off balance, right? So when we shift our weight to the right side and we want to lift up our left foot to move it, we make sure that our hip isn't slanted or our shoulders aren't slanted, right? So we're stepping, keeping it nice and straight, and stepping outward and turning. Okay, so that's your first step. So let's try that again. All of our weight shifts to the right side, and we step out. Our weight shifts to the left side, allowing our right toe to move in, and then we shift back. Now, most of my weight is on my right side, allowing me to lift my left foot. You lift your left foot up and step out. You're turning your right toe in, forming a front stance. Very good. Now I'm going to turn around. I'm going to do the same move with my back turned. My feet are together. I shift to my right side. I step out. My weight shifts to the left. My toe comes in. I shift back to the right. I place all my weight on my right side. And I step out with my left foot and go right into front stance. Let's do this one more time. Shifting our weight to the right, stepping out. Shifting the weight to the left, turning my right toe, shifting it back to the right, creating a weightless foot and stepping out. Transferring all my weight back to the left side, turning my right toe in, and here is my front stance. Now, here's your new movement. We're going to shift our weight back, placing the weight back onto the right side, lifting my left toe, turning, and coming forward. So basically it's like a rocking motion, okay? And I'm going to do it from the back side now. So from my weightless foot, I step out, turn to my front stance, come back, turn the heel, and come forward. Now it's the same thing. We're going to repeat that same movement. All my weight gets transferred to my left side now. I lift my right leg up, step out, turn into my front stance, pivot back, turn my right toe, place my weight to the front, weightless foot, and step. Now in my front stance again. Okay. So now I'm going to do the whole thing all at once. And that's your movement. Okay, so now that we have the feet, we're going to incorporate the hands now. Feet together, hands at your side, weight shift to the right side, stepping out. Now when you're doing this, try to make sure that you maintain a steady speed. Now I'm creating my ball. This is the energy ball. Okay, we want to make sure that it stays in the center of our chest as we turn and shift. My weightless foot, I step out. I go into my front stance and I part the horse's mane. Okay. I'll do this one more time. Shifting my weight, stepping out. Coming up, coming down, slightly bending your knees as you come down. Turning the toe and the right hand over, left hand underneath, creating your energy ball, weightless foot, and stepping out. Parting the wild horse's mane. Creating the ball again, while we're going, shifting back onto the right leg, turning my left toe, coming back, placing my weight to the front, creating a weightless foot, stepping out, parting the wild horse's mane. Coming back again on my back foot, pivoting my right toe. My ball is always in front of my chest, stepping out, and parting the wild horse's mane. Okay, let's do it all together. Placing my weight on my right side, stepping out, coming up with my hands, trying to keep a steady pace, coming down, slightly bending our knees, Shifting our weight to the left side, turning our right hand and toe, shifting back to the right side, bringing our left arm up, creating our energy ball. At this point, I have a weightless foot on the left side, so I'm going to step out, go into my front stance, and part the wild horse's mane. Coming back on my right leg, creating my ball again, pivoting my left foot, coming forward in my stance, stepping out, creating my front stance again, and parting the horse's mane. Pivoting backward, coming forward, stepping out, and parting the wild horse's mane. So if you haven't noticed, that one movement has repeated 3 times. Let's do this one more time. Okay, so that completes our first lesson, and I look forward to seeing you again for lesson number 2. And stay healthy, stay safe, namaste. Have a good day, everyone.